Well, Jason Chaffetz, had the odds against him, but he won his primary race. Then he won his seat in the House, and now has a message for the rest of Washington. Here is how the congressman-elect arrived in D.C. this week, carrying a cot that he intends to sleep on in his House office. That's on Capitol Hill. And that is only where this story begins. Congressman-elect Jason Chaffetz is with me live now. Sir, congratulations to you. You made it to the big hill in Washington, D.C. Where'd you sleep last night?
Well, last night I was at the Hyatt, but when my wife goes home and we actually get down to business and I got to be here late into the night, yeah, I'll be in my office. We have the lottery on Friday, and I'll be sleeping on that cot.
So the third week in January is when this overnight begins?
Well, we get sworn in on January 6th, but yeah, then the fun begins. We get down to the people's business.
Tell me about your message. And I know a lot of people are looking at this thinking, is this just some kind of stunt?
Oh, hey, look, I started in January of 2007, and I said fiscal discipline is my #1 issue. We have been running the government on a corporate credit card, and that's wrong. And I went into this race and said I don't have the biggest name ID, I don't have the biggest dollars, but principle matters. If I can't raise the money, I shouldn't be the congressman. So I ran a very frugal campaign, and I said if I don't raise the money, I'm not going to spend it.
You had an all-volunteer staff for your campaign. You went into no debt. You were outspent by $600,000?
Yeah, and we still won by 20 points. America cares about this. We have got to cut the size and scope of government. And I said, how you run your campaign is very indicative of how you're going to be in office. Why do we think you're going to be any different?
One of the indicators out there, you say you'll take a shower in the House gym. You'll do your laundry in the House of Representatives. You're going to pack up your socks and your undies and go back to Utah on the weekends?
Absolutely.
And do it at home?
Hey, I haven't had an income for the last 6 months. They pay us well as a congressman, but hey, I got to save money for college. I got 3 young kids, so I need to save every dime I can, just like the rest of America.
How much you pay for that cot?
$44.89. There was a new grocery store that opened up. My daughter was a little mortified when I opened it up over there by the ice cream aisle and laid down on it, but there's no bar in the middle. The good folks at Coleman put together a good cot. I look forward to sleeping on it.
And your daughter was mortified, right? I mean, she wanted to turn around and walk away when you're, come on, Dad, don't do that here.
Oh, she's 7 now, going on 16, and she, little Kate, she just could not believe Dad was laying on the cot right in the middle of the grocery store.
My best to your daughter there. I know you have 2 other kids and a lovely wife back in Utah, and you're going to miss them a great deal starting in January. However, what's the big deal here in Washington for how we can help turn this mess around? I mean, had you been there during the bailout vote, would you have gone for it or against it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Markets need to adjust themselves, and that's often difficult. But at the same time, we have got to cut the size and scope of government. We cannot continue to live outside of our means. We're $10 trillion in debt, and America better wake up.
Why don't you think Washington gets that?
Because it's just too easy to go out and spend an extra $1 billion. They act like it's a little bit of a rounding error, and I'm a testimony to the fact that Americans do care, and I hope to share that message with my colleagues and the president and say we cannot continue to spend with this out-of-control spending in Washington, D.C.
Well, for now, enjoy the Hyatt.
Well, thank you.
It's not going to last much longer.
Exactly.
Well, we'll measure your progress in D.C. Congratulations and my best to you, okay?
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it.
You got it. Good.